apparently the internet just decided one morning, hey, I'm just gonna use Studio Ghibli as a canvas for my work, and I'm just gonna slap memes and political statements and maybe even slap my aunt's dog onto the canvas, and my aunt can like hang it up on her wall somewhere because it's so cute. Look at it. And the craziest part is AI is doing all of the work. May you be surprised or not, we still have something to talk about today, which is the weird, beautiful, yet slightly terrifying trend of the Ghiblification of the internet. Because, you know, nothing says respecting animation legends like Miyazaki himself than saying, hey, I'm gonna take your art style and I'm just gonna turn it into a meme filter. We had OpenAI that recently released an AI tool for image generation, where you can actually take any art style and you can feed it into the software, and then you're able to use prompts to generate whatever content that you want out of that generator. And as of right now, Studio Ghibli is the most popular art style that people are using for a lot of things. There's so many reasons why people are using Studio Ghibli. But just know that the whole Ghiblification of the internet isn't the main issue here. As of recently, or the past several years now, the internet has started to use AI, and it's kind of reshaping the aesthetics of what we see as art on the internet, more so to the point that I can't help but look at a photo for like another 5 seconds to make sure that what I'm looking at isn't AI generated. So with that said, this isn't really the main issue. This is more of a result of a main issue that we're dealing with when it comes to AI. So this is the man, the myth, the legend himself, Grandpa Miyazaki. He's the mastermind behind Studio Ghibli, known for many works that we hold dear to ourselves to this very day, including Spirited Away, as well as Howl's Moving Castle. Now, there's many reasons why people love the art style. It's very cozy, it's nostalgic, and let's be honest, it just invokes like a level of like emotions within you. There's a sense of like warmth and familiarity to this art style. But now with AI on the rise, this art style is now accessible that you can slap it onto almost everything. And you probably may have come across a few of these on the internet the past week, but you already see some Ghibli art style memes that are showing up on the internet. There's also been some political touches on it, with the White House tweeting a woman that was just arrested for drug charges or drug trafficking charges after entering the United States illegally and making a Ghiblified photo of her arrest. And then not to mention, it even touched on some pop culture, including movie references like Pulp Fiction. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, that Pulp Fiction bit that you just saw right there, that's pretty dope. Like, if that was on a t-shirt, I would definitely wear it as a t-shirt. That's actually pretty dope. If y'all find a shirt of that somewhere that's not generated by AI, because you can see a little bit of imperfections there, let me know. Slide that link my way, and again, thank you in advance. But now we need to talk about Miyazaki and a comment that he made that has resurfaced on the internet. So this wasn't a recent comment. First of all, a lot of people were saying this was like a recent comment that he made when that wasn't the case. He actually made this comment back in 2016. This was based on a 2016 AI demo that was, you know, demonstrated to Miyazaki. I'm gonna play the clip for you and we're gonna break it down, because there's many articles that tell you that, oh, he said that it was a insult to life itself. But I don't think the article does justice on the context of what he's saying, what he means by it, and the whole, yeah, I'll just play the clip. Check it out.
人工知能で動きを学習させた CG を見せてくれるそうです。
これ踊ってるように見えますけど、でこれは早く移動するっていうのを学習させたやつなんですね。これ頭を使って移動してるんですけど、基本痛覚とかないし、頭が大事だとかっていう概念がないんですよ。だからもう頭をもう普通の足のように使って移動してるっていう。この動きがとにかく気持ち悪いんで、ゾンビゲームの動きに使えるんじゃないかっていう。
I don't understand why they're showing him a disfigured person or a zombie just crawling about. I don't know why Miyazaki would be the one watching that. Maybe they're trying to just show him the potential of AI and what it's capable of doing and so much more. And they're saying like, hey, we know you're not going to be here for long, but we have an AI, you know, machine that's able to create images with your art style. And I'm not sure if they're just going about it the wrong way. I personally feel they were going about this the wrong way, but let's just hear what he has to say about it.
毎朝この頃会わないけど身体障害の友人がいるんですよ。そのハイタッチするんだけども大変なんです。彼の筋肉がこわばってる手と僕の手でこうハイタッチするでその彼のことを思い出してね、僕はこれ面白いと思って見ることできないんですよ。これを作る人たちは痛みとかそういうものについてね何も考えないでやってるでしょ。極めて不愉快ですよね。そんなに気持ち悪いものをやりたいなら勝手にやってればいいだけで、僕はこれを自分たちの仕事をつなげたいとは全然思いません。極めて何か生命に対する侮辱を感じます。
これでもほとんど実験なので。
If I ever show something to Miyazaki, and I was like, hey, Miyazaki, I got this thing for you. I think you'll love it. It'd be great. I'm going to show you this thing. This is what we got going on. And Miyazaki says, this is an insult to life itself. Y'all could just bury me 6 feet under and just bury me alive and forget I ever existed. Like, let's just call it a wrap here. This dude is legendary. And for him to come to you and tell you that whatever you have presented to him is an insult to life himself, or even comes off as offensive to him, I can only imagine what that guy felt, because he was so stopped. He was like shaking his head. He was like he didn't know what to say. He didn't expect him to say something like that. And I'm pretty sure he didn't mean to offend him, of course. He only wanted to show him how cool AI was. That was really just it. But Miyazaki didn't like it. It reminded him of a special friend of his who was disabled, and it reminded him of that. Miyazaki is also right in a sense that whoever made that really doesn't understand human pain. They don't understand people with disabilities. And of course, with that said, AI will never understand human emotion or pain, whether it comes to rendering 3D models or whether it comes to art. So I don't think Miyazaki is critiquing AI itself. He's not over here saying, curse you, AI. He's just saying, hey, listen, this kind of reminds me of a friend of mine who's very special to me. He's disabled, and I kind of don't like this. This is really insensitive, and I don't fuck with this. If y'all want to put AI into your own works, your own movies and films and TV shows, sure, no problem. But I'm not putting it in my line of work. This is like an insult to life, and that was basically it. So then there comes the conversation of like, okay, what's the difference between, say, ChatGPT generating an image of yourself that is Studio Ghibli art style inspired versus someone that is a big fan and they draw you using a Ghibli art style? Like, what's the difference between the two? Both of these things are learning from Studio Ghibli. So what's the difference if an AI does it versus a human? If I'm going to answer that question, unfortunately, I'm going to have to answer it with another question. I hate to be that person. Where do we draw the line? I think is what we have to answer. Because right now, it seems as if everything is up for grabs when it comes to AI. Nothing is sacred. There is nothing that, AI can't touch. If it exists, AI will just eat it up, regurgitate it, and people will just shrug and say, well, it's all fair play. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Like, say what happens if, say, like a 16-year-old kid decides, say, 5 years, 10 years later with AI, decides to make a movie using a Studio Ghibli art style, and the movie that this kid makes is better than what Miyazaki makes. Like, where do we draw the line there? Like, these are things that we have to ask ourselves. And now, y'all know my stance. I think the whole future with AI could be a little scary, but I do feel the reason it's scary is because there are a lot of gray areas that are not being addressed, and people are just letting AI rock and do its thing. And that is a very scary thing to see. Like, there's no guardrails around what AI can do, what they can't do, what they shouldn't do. Right now, we are at a point in time where AI is just going at full throttle. And that's, again, is a scary thing. But I don't know, y'all. This whole situation has been pretty crazy for the most part. Like, I'm going through social media and I'm just there like, why are there Studio Ghibli everywhere? What's all the Ghiblification going on? Like, it was so weird. And even I know a few friends that also Ghiblified their own profile pictures, like on their Instagram and on their Twitter accounts. It's crazy. Maybe the real Studio Ghibli isn't Spirited Away or Howl's Moving Castle. Maybe the real Studio Ghibli is the friends that we AI generated all along. And it's right in front of us on the internet right now. But until then, y'all, that's really all I got for you guys. I wanted to talk about this because, again, AI stuff. And also, Studio Ghibli. Like, why Studio Ghibli of all things? Like, it's so weird. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.